Good. So get this. What is it? Yesterday. This is now the day after. This is Tuesday. I'm on my Instagram during my break at work, and she puts a story up. I go, she hasn't even been active since we talked on Saturday. So I go, okay. So I check the story out. Her story is like some hoe shit. Her story is like I moan so loud when I have sex that the whole house is gonna know that your dick is good. And so I just message her back. I go, I guess you'll never know. And she responds, wow. Like, it took that for you to fucking just respond like a normal human being?
Yeah, on some hoe shit. She'll respond to some hoe shit.
Blocked. Out. Done. Because some guys probably would have been like, oh, well, you want to still find out?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, dude. Maybe the past me, but
for sure.
You gotta have some dignity out here, man.
When I was 24, I totally would have like ended up taking like another shot at that, potentially closing it, having some fun, and then like dipping out because she didn't respect me enough in the first place. But now I'm like, why am I even gonna waste all my time?
You know what? If she was hot enough, I might have. But even so, she's probably
that's true too.
She was like, if she was well, first of all,
yeah.
This is something I feel is important to break down on the show because
we live in California.
No, it's important to me.
Oh,
my rating scale. I don't.
Oh yeah, no, you're going in the same place I think you are. We live in California.
Well, it's yes. Now that's just relative to Alti, but the number of the scale, I don't use 10. If we were using a 10 scale, I'd say she's probably an 8.
Why don't you use 10?
Because it's too. What's the difference between an 8 and a 9? What's the difference between a 9 and a 10?
Yeah,
It's
I don't
too.
really know.
It's too. I didn't make this up, by the way. I got this from Patrice O'Neill. So, the scale is a 30 scale. Okay, 0 to 10. Ugly chicks. This could also, if women wanted to use this for men, you could also use this for men. But I think men have a different kind of category of what makes them attractive anyway. But anyway, 0 to 10, ugly chicks. 11 to 20 is all right chicks. 21 to 30 is the hot chicks. Okay? Then within each bracket, you can now go, you have a little more flexibility to kind of get a little bit more accurate representation of just how hot they really are. Like,
yes.
Like,
this is just too confusing for me.
It's not that confusing.
I'm just looking for like a solid 8.
Angelina
with
Jolie.
A nice personality.
Let's take.
She's gonna be a good mother.
Well, look, Angelina Jolie. Okay, 20, because she's like as hot as an alright chick can be. Good face, but
I don't know. She's got a nice bone structure, right?
Yeah, but she's got a good face, but it's like
20 seems a little low for me to call Angelina Jolie at 20.
That might be.
Seems a little low.
It's a subjective thing, you know. Now this was Patrice's. This was his example, and I agree with it because I do go, well, you know, what else is she bringing to the table, right? So, but you can plug anybody in. So I would say that this girl was probably like a 19 or a 20. Like she was just like a pretty hot, all right chick. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to have some fucking dignity on this one and just next. So
like the MTV show? Next!
Yeah. Oh, so that was that. Then the other thing that happened, it was a rough weekend for me, dude. Sunday, I was inspired by this girl from Saturday. Sunday, I went to the beach myself. I was going to invite her, but I was like...
I saw you post that on your story.
Just wait for tomorrow. Like, whatever, I don't... When he said a date, I just like, that's the date.
You think maybe that's what made her upset? She, in her brain, like, made some, like, fucking weird scenario?
I can almost guarantee you that she did not even see my story. So, yeah. I don't think that would
Fair
be.
enough.
I don't think that would. Why would you cancel a date? Like,
I
oh,
don't-
you went to the beach the day before we were supposed to go. Like,
I think, if you want my honest opinion, I think that some women our age aren't fully, like, they don't really know exactly what they're looking for other than, like, attention.
that's pretty much what they all look for. Yeah.
And, for her, I think maybe the 24-hour gap was like, no. Like, if you would have texted her the night before, we still on for tomorrow, maybe would have gotten the response you were looking for. But I don't know. I'm just speculating. They're weird. They're weird.
They are weird.
One girl would like look at the night text and be like, "Oh, gross, how needy," and then not talk to you the next day.
That's
the other
why-
girl's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this guy's a fucking dick." And so this is where I'm like, those are just girls that are looking for attention. And they're not even looking to be closed in the first place. So you want to like look for the girls that are like there to play. It's like going
Well,
to
then I'm-
like that's like a girl
well-
going to the casino and she doesn't want to bet any of her chips. She just wants all the like dealers to try to like woo her to
sit
the
at the
table,
table,
and,
yeah.
and drink the free drinks.
Yeah. At that point, you're like, okay, I don't even,
Yeah, you're just like, no,
Because then you can
get out of my,
overthink. No,
get off my table.
just
Get off my table.
Just go, dude. Like, just go. Like, it's all good,
But then they'll go and they'll put it all on like red.
But this is all this
and
like.
play roulette somewhere else.
Well,
you know what I
let me
mean?
explain my. So I'm at the beach. Okay, so I go by myself, and I always do I always just kind of walk from like tower to tower, like 6th to 10th or whatever.
Gotcha.
So I'm walking, coming back, my last one, and beautiful girl, little blonde, reading. I'm like, dude, reading at the beach.
She's going through some shit.
Yeah, legit. Well, I like the style, but yeah, like also like who hurt you,
Yeah, totally.
Let me confirm.
Or who did you hurt and feel guilty about?
Here's the deal. It's like maybe, and I was wrong. Maybe that's just her thing. Maybe that's just her style. So I go, I'm gonna say hi. There's no way, And so I see her packing up to leave. And I'm leaving. Now, this has worked before for me, by the way. On the way out, going, hey, let's go get some food, like whatever, couple times. So I run up. Now, this starts bad, right? This is really bad because I'm coming from like the wet sand up. And you know how it's like, okay, water, wet sand. Then there's always like a lip up to the loose, like the dry sand.
Where like the waves aren't crashing.
Yeah, and like
anymore,
that sand is like really loose. You like I'll slide, I'll like power slide down it, if I'm going down in the water. Well, she's pretty close to the edge. I'd say she's probably 15 feet like from the where it drops off to the wet sand. And so I'm walking. I'm like, do I do it? Like I didn't really.
Yeah, you're like trying to convince yourself.
No, because it's like internally, intuitively. I feel like I know if it's gonna work or not. There's something that tells you.
In my experience, that's like kind of bullshit though.
Well,
like
that's
the
what
ones that I think are gonna work don't, and then the ones I don't think are gonna work do.
But that's why you got to find out, right? That's
Yeah,
because it
that's-
could just be your goofy
that's what I
thing,
mean. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm like,
That's
but
what I
like
mean,
I'm
yeah.
like 9 out of 10 times I'm correct on if like it's gonna succeed or not. But
I feel like it's Russian roulette for me.
yeah, well, it's like. But you got to find out, right? And I'm like, I would hate. What if I go home, and like, that would have worked. I would have a date with her.
Well, yeah,
Anyways.
you're gonna wonder if you didn't do it. Yeah,
I would,
that's all it
and
is.
it would just
You
eat me.
you
So
sit there
I just
wondering,
don't
yeah.
like to let it go anymore, And
Totally, I've
it's-
had that happen enough times to where I just shoot it. Right.
So I'm like, before I'm about to pass her, I'm like, no, I'm doing it. So I make this like hard turn, right? Like I got to do it. And it's not bad until I start climbing up the dry thing, and I just like I don't eat shit,
just
but
face plant
dude, my
basically?
foot goes down the whole thing,
And you just-
and so I'm like stumbling at her,
Forward.
like falling at her, like oh shit. gather my balance. Luckily, she's like packing her bag, so like I don't think she like totally saw it, but I think she like there's
corner
no
of
way
her
you.
eye, yeah.
I'm a big dude. Like you can't like not see me like
Right.
fucking running at you, falling down. So I'm like, so I just go up, hey, excuse me, dude. I've never been rejected this hard in my life, dude. I've never just been sent on my way. I walk up, I go, hey, excuse me, and she just looks up at me and she goes, I'm leaving. Like, I can see that. I can see that you're packing your stuff. I know. And so she's just like, like look at me like what an idiot, So I'm like, hey, I just, you're beautiful. I just wanted to say hi. Like I gotta say hi to a pretty girl when I see her at the beach. And she's like, oh yeah, thanks. Like totally like whatever.
Oh, I flip immediate. I take 180 degrees. I go to immediate. Immediate like smart ass banter when that happens.
And you
she
have
goes,
to.
I'm leaving. I go, oh, that's a funny way to introduce yourself to somebody.
Yeah, no, and
That's
you're totally right.
That's like
You're totally
immediately
right.
where I go.
It was because you know what, like, and I do if it's like a bratty thing. Which I love. Like if I get a bratty girl, it's like.
Oh, I'm not trying to
my
be
favorite.
mean. I just am having fun.
No,
at that
I
point,
know. But dude, like, and I'm telling you that I'm with you, because I'll do that too. But like oh, social interaction was like not the thing you were looking for today, or like something like that.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I
but
won't
it was
even,
so
I won't
bitchy. It
even
was
try to
so.
insult her like that.
It was like so much. It was so like. It was like just fuck you, dude. Like she might as well have said fuck you. Like literally, just I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think maybe
Sorry,
being like a borderline looking homeless dude that's 5'9", I just go in with expecting some of that. So, and then the mortgage banker in me almost wants it. It's like the cold calling part of me.
Oh yeah, you like get
almost
kind
of wants some
overcome
of that, a little bit of that resistance.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that just is what makes me.
No, I'm telling you, I
most.
love that too, because that can be like if it's like because girls will do it like flirty, almost like bratty.
That's
like,
what
they're
I mean.
like, oh yeah, you like
they
you
almost
think
want you to overcome it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They like, oh, you think you can get me? And they'll like, but it was not that. Like I'm pretty well versed in this. It was like,
if you just
fuck off.
fun approach.
So I go, so I go, well, I know, but I'm like looking at her like, are you serious? I literally was just like speechless. I'm like looking at her like, are you really being this big of a bitch? And she's like, can I help you? And normally, and this has worked every time for me. Normally when a girl goes, can I help you? I go, I'm sure you can. And they laugh and it breaks. But I just like literally was so.
I was
so flabbergasted.
I've never had a girl say to me, can I help you?
Yeah.
That just shows how much height helps.
Literally, they go, can I help you? I say, I'm sure you could. And it's literally done right there. Like the whole thing, signed, sealed, delivered. So leaving this girl, I'm like, well, do you have an Instagram or anything? Like, I'm like, just what, at this point, I'm like just trying to salvage the situation. I go, you got Instagram? She goes, don't worry about it. I go,
solid.
You have a great rest of your day. Walk away. I have never been sent packing like that in my life.
I haven't cold opened